Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everybody. So today we are moving on to a new topic, Module 8, Part 1, Amazing Animals. First of all, before we start with our today's lesson, let's look at some of the words that you need to know. Look at your textbook, page 81. Vocabulary. Please repeat after me. Gorilla, gorilla. Snail, snail. Panda, panda. Rhino, rhino. Heavy, heavy. Gorilla, snail, panda, and rhino are animals. Heavy here is adjectives. Okay, adjectives means kata sifat. Next, brain, brain. Flower pot, flower pot. Intelligent, intelligent. Dangerous, dangerous. Dinosaur, dinosaur. Okay, brain, flower pot, and dinosaur are nouns. Dangerous and intelligent are adjectives or kata sifat. Next, let's test your general knowledge. Are you an animal expert or not? Look at your textbook, page 81. Let's read together. Question 1. Look at this picture. Compare between them. Which is bigger? Is it a gorilla or a monkey? Which one do you choose? Circle your answer in the textbook using a pencil. Next, number 2. Which elephant has got smaller ears? The African elephant. This is the African elephant. Or the Asian elephant. This is the Asian elephant. Number 3. Which camel has got more humps? These are the humps. Okay, is it the Arabian or the Bactrian? This is the Arabian camel and this is the Bactrian. Next question. Question number 4. Which is heavier? Is it the panda or the polar bear? Number 5. Which is faster? A tortoise or a snail? Number 6. Which is stronger? A rhino or a hippo? Okay, you can pause this minute to allow you to answer those questions. Later, I will share you my answer. Now, let's compare your answer with mine. Are you an animal expert or not? Let's compare between these animals. Question 1. This is a gorilla and this is a monkey. Obviously, which is bigger? Yes, a gorilla. So how are you going to make it in a sentence? Please read together. A gorilla is bigger than a monkey. A gorilla is bigger than a monkey. Bigger than. Bigger than. This is comparative adjectives. Number 2. Which elephant has got smaller ears? The African elephant or the Asian elephant? Now, the answer is the Asian elephant. Let's read together. The Asian elephant has got smaller ears than the African elephant. Smaller than. Smaller than. Lebih kecil daripada. Alright? Now, number 3. Which camel has got more humps? the Arabian, or the Bactrian? Now, the answer is the Bactrian. Let's read together. The Bactrian has got more humps than the Arabian. Number 4. Which is heavier? Mana yang satu yang lebih berat? The panda or the polar bear? Yes, the answer is the polar bear. If you look at the picture, the polar bear is bigger than a panda. Right? Bigger than. Now, the question asks you, which is heavier? So the answer is the polar bear is heavier than the panda. Heavier than. Lebih berat daripada panda. Number 5. Which is faster? A tortoise or a snail? Yes, you are right. The answer is a tortoise. Let's read together. A tortoise is faster than a snail. Faster than. Lebih laju daripada. Alright? Next, number 6. Which is stronger? The answer is, of course, a rhino. A rhino is stronger than a hippo. Stronger than. Lebih kuat daripada. So, the one written in red, heavier than, faster than, stronger than, are all adjectives, comparative adjectives, to show the difference between two things or two animals. Okay? Now, let's look at activity 2. Let's do a quiz. This quiz is available in your workbook, page 68. I know there are classes who do not buy the workbook. It is fine because the classes you bought module activity Mesra Digital. It is fine. For those of you who do not own the workbook, you can do this exercise in your exercise book, either the small one or the writing book. But if you don't have any of the exercise book at this very moment, you can write on a piece of paper. How are you going to begin your writing? First, you need to write today's day and today's date and write the instruction. What is the instruction? The instruction is look and write, and then underline. Write number 1. Rhinos are blank, scary, then hippos. And what is the answer? You need to fill in the blanks with comparative adjectives. It is easy. Let me show you the first example. Rhinos are scarier than hippos. So you write here, the answer is scarier. S-C-A-R-I-E-R. You need to replace the Y with I-E-R. And you can do the rest. Later, I will show you the answer. Next, let's look at your textbook, Our World, page 84. You are going to listen to a story. What is Greg's book about? Listen to the audio and read together.
1. What is Greg's book about? Listen and read.
The children are in Anna's garden. Greg is reading his new dinosaur book.
My favourite dinosaur is Tyrannosaurus Rex. It is really scary. What's your favourite?
Mine is Utahraptor. It was more dangerous than T-Rex.
Yeah, but T-Rex had a big brain. It was very intelligent.
T-Rex had a big brain, but Troodon was more intelligent.
Greg, I found something. Come here.
It looks like a dinosaur tooth. Let's look in my book. It's a Utahraptor tooth.
No, it isn't.
What is it then?
It's not a dinosaur tooth. It's from this flower pot.
Now, let's do the activity. Activity 3. Look at your textbook, page 83. Smart kids. What's wrong with these sentences? Read and correct them. For this part, you need to use your exercise book or write it on a piece of paper. As usual, please begin your writing by writing the instruction. What is the instruction? What's wrong with these sentences? Read and correct them. Underline. Begin your writing with number 1. Anna's favorite dinosaur is Truden. So, the statement here is wrong. You need to correct it. So, the answer is, okay, this is just the example. The answer for number 1 is Anna's favorite dinosaur is T-Rex. And the rest, you can do it on your own. Later, we will compare the answer. Next, let's look at activity 4. For this part, just listen and we will do it together. Look at your textbook, page 83. For this part, you need to look and compare. Before you read the bubble speech up here, let's look at the picture first. This is Truden. This is Stegosaurus. Are you familiar with the dinosaurs? I hope so, of course, right? Okay, now, the difference between these two, Truden has bigger brain than Stegosaurus. It shows that it is more intelligent than Stegosaurus. Can you spot other differences between these two pictures? Yes, Truden is taller than Stegosaurus. Exactly. Now, let's read together the bubble speech up here.
4. Look and compare.
Truden had a bigger brain than Stegosaurus. It was more intelligent than Stegosaurus.
Truden had a bigger brain than Stegosaurus. It was more intelligent than Stegosaurus. Okay, now the comparative adjectives is bigger than, bigger than. The other one is more intelligent than, more intelligent than. Okay? Now, let's do a little activity. Activity 1 in your workbook, page 69. For this part, the same thing. For those who do not own the workbook, it is fine. Please do it in your exercise book or on a piece of paper. As usual, begin your writing by writing the instruction. Look and write. Use the comparative form. For example, number 1, dangerous. The adjective is dangerous. How many syllables? There are 3 syllables. Dangerous, dangerous. So, this is how you are going to write the answer. Listen very carefully. Write number 1. Utahraptor was more dangerous than T-Rex. I repeat. Number 1. Utahraptor was more dangerous than T-Rex. So you need to write more dangerous. More dangerous. That is the answer. Please try it now. Now you can pause this minute, this session, to allow you to complete all your work. Please hit the pause button. Now, are you ready to compare your answers with mine? Let's check the answers together. Now, let's look at activity 2. Look at your workbook, page 68. For those who do not have the workbook, it is okay. Look at your exercise book. Look and write. So the one that is written in red are the answers. This is the comparative adjectives. So let's read together. Number 1, rhinos are scarier than hippos. How do you spell scarier? S-C-A-R-I-E-R. So you need to get rid of this letter Y and replace it with I-E-R. Number 2, blue whales are heavier than elephants. Blue whales are heavier than elephants. Number 3, pandas are smaller than polar bears. Pandas are smaller than polar bears. Number 4, tortoises are faster than snails. Tortoises are faster than snails. Number 5, gorillas are bigger than monkeys. Gorillas are bigger than monkeys. Please mind your spelling. The spelling for bigger is double G. Next, let's look at activity 3. In your textbook, what's wrong with these sentences? Read and correct them. Let's read together. Number 1. Anna's favorite dinosaur is Truden. The answer is Anna's favorite dinosaur is T-Rex. Please be careful with the spelling. T full stop Rex full stop. Next, number 2. Greg's favorite dinosaur is T-Rex. The answer is Greg's favorite dinosaur is Utahraptor. Utahraptor. When you spell Utahraptor, U is in capital letter. Next, number 3. Greg thinks Utahraptor was very scary. The answer is Greg thinks Utahraptor was very dangerous. Number 4. Anna says that T-Rex had big teeth. The answer is Anna says that T-Rex had a big brain. Number 5. T-Rex was more intelligent than Truden. Truden was more intelligent than T-Rex. And the last one, the children find a dinosaur tooth. The answer is the children find a flower pot. Got it? Next, let's look at activity 1 in your workbook, page 69. Look and write. Use the comparative form. Number 1. Utahraptor was more dangerous than T-Rex. More dangerous than. Number 2. The green armchair is more comfortable than the orange armchair. The green armchair is more comfortable than the orange armchair. Number 3. Truden was more intelligent than T-Rex. Truden was more intelligent than T-Rex. Number 4. The book about dinosaurs is more interesting than the book about cats. Number 5. Plane tickets are more expensive than bus tickets. And the last one, the second film was longer and more boring than the first film. Please bear in mind this is a little bit different. Longer and more boring than the first film. Okay? I think that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay healthy. See you next week. Goodbye.